Hey beautiful Jews, just sitting here in my little garden in Eretz Israel, and I'm just contemplating existence, as I often do, and I just am curious, and I would just love for somebody to comment and tell me what's stopping you from being curious about the Torah, about spirituality, about what's everyone in your complete lineage and total history have been talking about and following and doing this entire time up until whoever broke that chain in your family. Like, don't you think there's anything to it? Like, I'm just curious, like, why do you think that is? I mean, if from our entire timeline, everybody in the Jewish nation has followed this 5,784, that's our year today, up until a certain point, we're at the end times. I have like so many videos on this and so many shorts but I never imagined that I would be the crazy lady running around saying, repent, everybody, y'all gotta repent. But I am actually that person now, because two things. One thing, I can see in my own life how after searching and with all my heart and with all my soul, like God tells us in Deuteronomy, in Dvarim, I think it's 32, no, it's 36 maybe. Anyway, again, I'm not a rabbi, but after searching, he says, from there you will search for me and you will find me if you search with me with all of your heart and all of your soul. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. And I did. And guess what? Now I'm sitting in my beautiful little garden with my amazing husband. Not at this moment, but I have an amazing husband, Baruch Hashem, the healthiest, best relationship I have ever had. I mean, World War III could start any moment, but I'm fairly good. I'm doing well. Baruch Hashem, thank God. And I'm in Eretz Israel, and I'm learning Torah. And I love it. And so I can say that my life has gotten better. Okay? So I really just don't understand what's stopping Jews from going and learning for themselves, yourselves. And I'm also curious as to why it's like an annoying topic for people. And I kind of get it because, you know, like once I was on a plane and some kid came, there was an empty seat next to me, and some kids came down and sat beside me and was like, I want to talk to you about JC. And I'm like, okay, no thank you, I'm not interested. But this is not a foreign ideology for you if you are a Jew. This is your heritage. This is information that's reliable, that's been passed down and given to us, and in the Torah over and over and over, and in our prayers, and everything is talking about the end times, is talking always about the redemption. I mean, isn't that somewhat curious for you? I mean, especially look at our world right now, okay? And what happened on October 7th in Israel and all that stuff, and what is Zionism? Like, I mean, at some point, wake up and ask some questions. The Mesilat Yesharim, this was the Ramchal, who was a genius, like many Jews are and have been throughout our whole entire lineage, starting with Avraham, a big, huge genius. And actually at the end, God tells us at the end of time, go back and look where you came from, and go back far, go back to Kedem, to ancient history, basically, of the nation of Israel. We come from Abraham and Sarah. That's what it says in Isaiah, to go back and look, that know that you came from Abraham and Sarah. And what that means, because I think today, in this year, 5,700, and we'll get back to this in a minute, 5,784, I think that we all just go back and think of 1948 and 1930s to 40s, right? The Holocaust. That's all we ever think about. That's all we're ever conditioned really to think about is a Holocaust, never again, anti-Semitism, the Holocaust, Israel, Zionist state of Israel. Israel's going to save us. Israel's here to save us now from the Holocaust. I have another class called Is Zionism Compatible with Judaism? Please watch that. I have another class. It's like, are we trauma bonded to the state of Israel? Please watch that. We are. Our history, it's many things have happened to us in our history, and they're all connected, and they're all purposeful, and there is a plan. There is a plan. So I'm just curious why that doesn't somewhat, titillate your brain and think maybe there's something to that. Because I mean, if you look at things, and again, this is me, like, I just like to say the truth. Things are looking pretty bad in general in the world, and I'm an optimist, actually. So I'm just saying that look, a lot of times we're busy doing things, and we're not very busy just being, okay? Doing and being. We know who we are when we're doing stuff in society, for example, okay? So we're always distracted, we're always busy, we're always around people, we're always working, we're always hustling, we're always whatever we are, and we define ourselves a lot of times this way. I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a teacher, I'm a student, I'm a whatever I am. But that's not who you are. Who are you when when you're not doing anything? Who are you? Who are you? Have you ever asked yourself that? A lot of people during the COVID lockdowns, when they weren't able to do anything anymore, either figured it out. A lot of people did tshuva, a lot of people did repent during COVID for many different reasons. But a lot of the reasons was they stopped being so busy and started having some time to contemplate their existence. And that is, now we're going to get back to a very important thing to do. Says our sages, says our geniuses, that it's very important to contemplate that. And for that, you need to have some free time. So you can't always be doing. You have to sometimes just be being. Who am I when I'm just not doing anything? What am I? Are you just this body? And when you die, what are you? The Kuzari, that's another book, says, like, if you think about it, it's like a king, that if the king dies, okay, when the king was alive, everybody was relating to the king in a certain way. But when the king dies, it's just a body. So people aren't relating to it in that way anymore, because so where did the king go? Who's the king? Who are you? Who are you? What's going on? Why isn't that interesting to anyone? Please answer me. Somebody, please tell me. And if you have never contemplated that, I'm inviting you to get this book and let's talk about it. Okay, because it's very interesting from, like I said, the Ramchal, and this is excellent commentary and translation by Rabbi Avigdor Miller. So he says in there, I was just rereading it again today, and in one of the parts, it's called Coming to Cheshbon. Cheshbon means like calculating, but it was also a city back in the times of the Bible, when the nation of Israel, after we got the Torah and we were coming into the land of Israel. So anyway, it just means that you have to contemplate and you have to take stock, and for that you need a little bit of free time. So you need to not always be so busy doing, so that you can contemplate being and life. And it's for your benefit. I mean, literally, like I said, I never imagined I would be just putting out video after video, like begging people to begging Jews, please learn, go and learn the Torah. It's not something that is not for you. It's not something that just some people do. It's not just something for some Jews who are religious, look a certain way and don't care. It's for every Jew. It's for Jew. So, I mean, please get this book. It's about perfecting your character, because when you perfect your character, you get closer to God. That's a good thing, and that's going to be a good thing coming up as our timeline continues to move forwards towards the end of time.